Oh, I don't think I can get away with this time. I have no choice but to use my robot thieves. Though they aren't complete yet. Come on, robots! Eek, 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 erk, eek, 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 eek. All these robots look just like me. But I have no choice in this matter. I have to destroy them. Cogwheels are rolling, creak, creak, squeak. Let's us cooperate, yeah, yeah, weak. Magical spell is peak. That was awful, awful. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Super Monkey Ball 2. Now we get into World 8, which is Clock Tower Hill, and this is one of the really hard worlds, I find, and not particularly enjoyable for a number of reasons. So, this is pistons, this level, and as you can see, these pistons come up, and they're only safe points. They tend to kind of move in arcs kind of coming out from the center. As you can see, oh dear, and if they hit you very hard, it ends badly. What makes this whole world hard is almost every level has some kind of mechanism in, as you can see, because we're in this kind of crazy clock tower world thing where Dr. Baboon has made a load of tiny mechanical regular sized actually mechanical eyes to, steal all the bananas. And it's kind of Victorian, dystopian nonsense outside. But yes, it's all very mechanism themed, and that can be really difficult. As you can see here, this is all just kind of about maneuvering to one of these safe central zones. And then there's your moment to try and make as much progress as you can. Try and make straight line progress, because it's just easier. That should be me then clear to move ahead to perhaps the goal. And then through to the goal, he says, before getting through to the goal. Very dangerous maneuver, calling it in advance like that. Ah, yes, this one's quite entertaining. I'd forgotten about this one. So, this is another one where we are given a full set of controls, though why you'd really want to use any of them other than play baffles me. This is soft cream, so there's an ice cream scoop in front of you, and press play to start it off, and then it's kind of like, what was the one? Double Helix, I think, from the end of Bubbly Bubbly Washing Machine? I think it's just called Bubbly Washing Machine, but I always call it Bubbly Bubbly, I don't know why. Where here you just got to move forward and backwards to stay at the same level of the ice cream. Easy enough. What's up next? Oh, God. Named after a Labour Party focus group. This is Momentum. No one's going to get that joke. Anyway, what you have to do is, right when these legs collide, you have to transition onto the other one. Whoop! There are two possible ways of doing it. So you can do that, or you can try the silly way. So let's try the silly way. The silly way involves getting here, and then... I didn't do it there. That definitely didn't work. So, you get to this point, and didn't work. Sometimes it kind of hits you up hard enough that you can launch over to the edge, but I'm just going to try and transfer. So you've just got to do it right at the moment when they do hit. So always start on the right, because that's where it kind of goes. And then if you're lucky, you got to transition during that middle part. And if you're going at full speed, you should only have to do that once, and then you can get through to the end. Oh, bugger. I completely cocked that up. So I've had a couple of failed tries with that tactic, so I'm going to go for a bit of an alternative one, which is go a bit slower, and then that makes the transition a little bit easier, but then it means you have to do it twice. I'm going to continue with this tactic, actually. This seems to be a little more successful. Well, as in I've actually managed to make the transfer once, that's something. So I'm aiming for about, 30, 40 mile an hour? Oh, that's the first transition made nicely. Oh, it's going around those legs is difficult now. Oh! Oh, every time! No! There we go, that's how we do it. And that'll do. That'll just about do. I failed the second transition, but managed to recover it, if at the cost of some quite interesting noises coming out of me. That's one of the harder ones in this world, if not the hardest. This one, also bloody hard. And this... This one annoys me because it's not even particularly hard. It is hard, but also it's just the reset time on it is huge. You'll see what I mean. Basically, you have this whole path that there's a warp goal down to the left. I have no idea how to get it. I've never successfully done it, so I'm going to ignore it entirely. You have this entangled path, which if you look at the map, it all kind of curls up, and then it will extend out again, and it extends. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Ugh. Well, I've cocked this up. Yep. So it goes down to this tiny little point here, which obviously means I can't then recover it, which is annoying. It kind of it compresses down as small as possible, then extends out again, and provides a very brief straight path to the goal. There's a tiny point where you can get to the warp goal, but I don't know what the timing is on it. All I know is it is very precisely timed, so I'm not going to try it. What you need to do is basically wait here. Then once this first section is there, you can sit on it, and you can just kind of hop down a little bit, but basically the further sections down start moving faster and faster as they are unfolding, and so they're much harder to stay on. I think you can just about risk to hop down to this one, but now it starts to move pretty fast. Maybe a little bit further. I don't know. Well, I'll try it from here anyway, so you can see it. Along this path of bananas is the way it lines up. You only get one shot at this, as you can see from... Oh! The issue is when you stop moving, your momentum suddenly kicks in. But yeah, the issue is it takes 45 seconds to reset, and then you only get one shot at it, and that's it, which is really annoying. There is, however, to speed up this process, there are fast forward and play buttons here. Yeah, so that kind of at least accelerates the process of the reset, but it's still annoying. I think here-ish is when you'd have to jump down to the warp goal, but I'm never confident in doing it, and it's so time-consuming, this one. Right, this should be me lined up. Let's try that. Yep, right, now you just gotta cane it straight ahead, full speed, and hope it doesn't fall out from underneath you. Hup! No! Oh. God, I thought it'd fuck me there because I hit the ball and bounced off. Let's watch that again. Oh, God. That hurt my heart. At least now we get a bit of a rest, because this one's a little easier and more enjoyable. I can't remember whether you can actually just get away with holding forward on this. I think I have to do a bit of something. Yeah, so these are totters, which as you land on them, your weight changes them and causes them to tilt forwards and backwards. We didn't really see it happening at all, because I was on them so little. That one is just, you just got to move through them as fast as possible. Vortex is a fun one. You see what I mean now about this, though? Actually, I'm trying to think if any of these levels doesn't have, like, a mechanism of some point. They all have... By mechanism, I'm kind of meaning moving parts specifically. This is Vortex, which is really weird, because you've got the spinning vortex in the middle, and it only lines up one way that really allows you to cross it. You got to wait for this point, it stops, and then it comes back towards you. And here, now you got to... Ooh! Got to completely cock it up. There we go. So you mount onto it there, and now you basically have to try and move through to the center of the vortex. As you can see, it's listing my speed as not particularly fast, but that's because I'm kind of moving against rotation. Now I'm moving with it, and you want to kind of stay here, and there's your dismount point. Getting to the warp goal is quite difficult again, and this one just has such a long reset. Not really worth it. It's kind of hard to follow what you're actually doing there, because you basically just have to... It rotates one way, then it rotates the other way, and you have to... get to the middle while it's rotating one way, then get to the outer arm while it's rotating the other way. This one is a real bastard. It's called Warp, and you have to kind of go along these edges. The issue is, you cannot, by default, stay up on them. You have to have enough forward momentum to be able to go left. If you just hold left, you will inevitably fall off them. Here, I'm probably going to fall off unless I can do a very clever tacking maneuver. Yes, I'm like a ship sailing into the wind. But then this final one is extremely difficult. You've got to really take advantage of the speed, and no, you've got to approach it at like a shallow enough angle. I think this is actually the first time we've seen gnomes. So these little pegs to the right, when I was a kid I called them gnomes because I thought they looked like garden gnomes. I wasn't a very bright child. But yeah, if you hit them, as you saw there, you kind of go doing and bounce off them. So they're an additional thing to kind of stop you going too close to the edge. And also, it's really only for bananas and bragging rights. Into the wind. Ooh, there we go. Ooh, that was a strange series of noises. Right, let's build up some speed here. Oh, that looks good. No, not going fast enough. If you're slipping off the side there, the temptation is to hold right and kind of, well, hold inwards to kind of, at any bit to kind of gather your speed, gather your monkey back up onto the thing. Don't give in to that temptation because it won't work. You actually need to go faster if you're falling off rather than more leftwards. It's a strange bit of physics to get your head around, but yes. I seem to have mastered this beginning bit now, at least, then. I'm doing the same tacking tactic every time, so let's just try this one again. Nope! Already cocked it. Way too slow. It's all about the forward speed. Oh god, a gnomed. I should probably add at this point because I've only just realised this is, I think, the first level of this thing that has not had any kind of a mechanism in. This one's just really hard platforming. No! God, I was saying I mastered that beginning bit. The last like 10 times in a row I've failed it, so... maybe not as good as I thought, eh? See, now this is the point in the game where... well, the point in the Let's Play where my commentary might start suffering a little bit. Because you're getting probably the same amount of me, but because these levels are getting much harder, I'm cutting a lot more, so I've got quite a lot of off-screen struggling with level time, and as such, it's... oh, yes, come on. No, 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 please! Oh. As such, yes, I might be a little bit... what's the word? Unenthusiastic whenever I come back on camera, because sometimes it's been like 5 minutes of me failing this level. This one has been at least 5 minutes so far. It's bloody hard. Oh, this feels good, this feels good! Oh, no! Every time it's so close! Oh, come on, that's gotta be it, that's gotta be it, that's gotta be it, come on! Hold your nerve! Yeah! God. Wow, this episode so far, I don't know how long it's been for you, but I've been recording this episode for 20 minutes so far. So that gives you an idea of how long I've just spent off camera on Warp there. That's definitely the hardest level in Clock Tower Factory. It's possibly, I'd go as far as to say, apart from some in the final world, one of the hardest in the game. This is trampolines, which is nice and simple. You got these kind of things, boing. You kind of notice there's two things sliding along the side. When they hit the end of each trampoline, you're sprung up into the air. Up, 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 up. Oh, I cocked it. There we go, that's the trick, you gotta turn around there. We'll get a first view of the city out there. Oh, balls, oh, balls, oh, balls, balls! Well, I'm all the way back down to the bottom. Well, let's try and recover that. Yeah, there's a kind of city out to the side here, but very few of the levels make you turn around a full 180, so you don't often see it. There we go, look at that. Very much London or whatever it is. Oh, God, I cocked that up twice. Hugely. At what should be a relatively easy part. This is one of the easy levels. I mean, everything feels easy after Warp, but you know what I mean. And there we go. And then this whole final one is on a trampoline, so... oh! So that's going to kill me, apparently. And there we go. Trampolines is often one of the easiest levels in Clock Tower Factory. I don't know why I made such a hanes of it. This one is a fun one, actually. I do enjoy this one. Remember, like, the swing bridges ones from back inside a whale? Was it we did swing bridges? Oh, yeah, it was that, and then there was also one in Boiling Pot that was a similar thing. So what you gotta do is get onto this shaft, and then you can either stick on one side like that, or you kind of, if you're going slower, you got to use these middle bits to lean against. That way, like, you'll never fall off, and you're fine. And then once everything's nicely positioned there, yeah, the only difficult part there is really the dismount. Otherwise, it's just quite entertaining and interesting. Ironically, yeah, I was complaining about the mechanisms in Clock Tower Hill, and the one level I struggled with the most was the one that actually didn't have any mechanisms in. The literal only level in here to be mechanismless. This one is quite straightforward, linear seesaws. As you can imagine, they are seesaws that go forward. So, if you just approach it with full speed, you're fine. Just remember that the final one at the end is split in two. And then, all good. And that's Clock Tower Hill. Thank you very much, and I hope you'll join me next time for World 9. Thank you very much, and good day. Those insolent monkeys destroyed all my robot thieves! What a shame! This hideout isn't of no use to me anymore. I have to leave. My escape rocket is ready for liftoff. Bye now, aye aye.